Hello there, I'm Nita Rose, and in this video we are going to talk about Rave Master, Volume 16, Chapters 123 to 129. Daru announced to everyone in his castle that Haru has died, and that the darkness is upon them. Ruby wanted to defeat Daru himself, and then all of a sudden, the bell that he's been carrying around transformed into a sword as a voice tells him to thrust it into the ground, and both him and Haru transported into a different location. Here we meet the third knight of the Sky Soldiers, Dalmani. He starts treating Haru's wounds, but it may take a while before he's fully recovered. After the treatment, Dalmani told Ruby about the sword that used to belong to him called the Bell Holy, and it was sealed off within a mountain until a hunter got his hands on it. Ruby explains that his father is the one who gave it to him, and Dalmani decided to let Ruby keep it and teach him more about how to use it properly. Later, we see Ellie on the floor blaming herself for the death of her friends and decided to take her own life. Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry, but killing off Ellie is not part of the plot. And I'm not just saying that because she's my favorite character or anything. I'm saying that she can't die in this world. Literally. Remember the time when she got hit with all the attacks from Seaheart? Yeah, she still managed to survive that. I don't think a bottle of poison will do the trick. I mean, I'm just saying, with the Ethereon inside her, I don't think she can die. Makes me think that she's not even human. Okay, moving on to the next chapter, we see Musica breaking into the treasure room looking for the Silver Ray, but then he hears the guards coming, so he had to hide. Later, we see Reina with her two women entering the fort when suddenly she started to feel sick and not sure why. Reina stops the rest while telling the two women to go ahead and deal with Ogre's minions, but not the guy himself. But of course they get caught, but the women seem to be handling themselves and take down most of the men. But this guy shows up and there seems to be an upcoming battle. Meanwhile, Reina feels weak to her knees and tries to stand up, but ends up falling to the ground until Musica catches her. She jumps out of his arms and is shocked to see him as he tells her his reason for being there, and that's to find the Silver Ray. But then he knows the words on the door saying River Salty as he starts to put the pieces together and realize that the fort itself is the Silver Ray. Reina believes what Musica is saying is nonsense and it reminds him that the Silver Ray is a ship, not a fort. But Musica explains that it has been remodeled into a fort as he mixed the letters around from the name River Salty and it turned out to be an anagram of the name Silver Ray. Reina couldn't believe what she was hearing as she's been searching for the Silver Ray her whole life and it was right underneath her the whole time. Musica planned on using the Silver Ray to defeat Daru, but Reina refused to let him use it as a weapon since it's a memento of her father. The two started yelling and bitching at each other about the whole situation. Reina doesn't have time to deal with this, so she started walking off to find Ogre. Meanwhile, her two underlings are down with this guy. In all honesty, I really don't care about this fight because I really don't care about these characters. It only gets interesting when Reina comes in to save one of them. She tells him to withdraw as her and Musica are the ones who are going to deal with this guy. Musica and Reina head towards the operation room where Ogre is found. They both attack them from the front and behind, but a Shadow Stone made his body harder than steel and it can't be penetrated. Reina claims to take back the Silver Ray as it belongs to her since it was her father that built it. It also turned out that Ogre was the one who stole it and has been trying to figure out the passcode, only to recently learn that Reina's name is the passcode and starts activating it. Then the fort started to transform into a ship. Musica realized the true destruction power of the Silver Ray and had doubts about using it. Reina starts attacking Ogre and uses her silver to suffocate him while Musica grabs his Shadow Stone and destroys it. They think they got him, but no. Even though the Shadow Stone is destroyed, they learn that they're going up against a gold claimer. Reina and Musica use their silver to try and defeat him, but the gold is too strong. Reina gets captured and tormented, but she badmouthed him for being a coward, which is what pisses him off and tries to suffocate her. But Musica managed to free her by breaking the gold by adding a little bit more strength to his silver, which causes him to burn his hand. Musica has come up with a solution that he and Reina should create a combination spell known as a Silver Bond. But Reina believes that it will not work since the two casters will have to trust each other. But Musica keeps convincing her to try as Ogre keeps attacking them. Musica managed to gain Reina's trust and the two decide to form the spell and defeat Ogre. The bond was so powerful that it blew up most of the ship, but it didn't stop it. So Musica tries to shut it off but couldn't since it was so damaged. Now Reina was planning on giving up, but Musica wasn't having clairvoyant and knows that Reina doesn't want innocent people to die. He found that out because of the bond they share from the combination of the spell. He felt what was in her heart. Reina agrees with Musica to stop the Silver Ray, but under one condition, that he should not argue with everything she says. Musica is a little annoyed, but he agrees. She walks over to the device, which is the core of the Silver Ray, and plans on destroying it with them still inside. She wants her and Musica to use the silver bond again on the core, but once it's destroyed, the ship will blow up and they will have no time to escape. They are both willing to take the risk and die together. However, Reina was willing to sacrifice her own life and push Musica off the ship. She used a silver thick thread to attach herself to Musica for her to use the silver bond alone. She's willing to give up her own life to stop the shit that was created by her father. I love Reina's development in this chapter. Not only that she's willing to trust Musica, but it looks like she ends up falling in love with him. Now, I could be wrong, but after seeing this panel, that's what I was thinking from the top of my head. Musica wants Reina to live, but she doesn't. She wants him to live for his friends and become the warrior that they need. And then Musica remembered what the old flower man said, that there are two choices he has to make. So he decided to help Reina destroy the Silver Ray by linking himself to her and using the silver bond. During her last moments, Reina has envisioned herself with Musica if they met under different circumstances. She even thought of a life with him and cried during her death, saying her goodbyes. The ship exploded and then something came down from the sky, and it turned out to be a silver spear that was created by Reina's soul. Musica took possession of the spear and claimed to use it not as a weapon, but as a sign of hope. Meanwhile, we see Ruby panicking as Haru is missing, only to find him later on the beach, as he planned on take on Daru and also told Ruby about the person who will become the third Rave Master at the end of the volume. I have to say, I really like this cliffhanger, even though I know Haru's not gonna die because, well, in this story the main character never dies. Although we did lose somebody that we were fond of, and it's sad to see her go. I really did like Reina as a person and as a character. I thought she was interesting, but what makes it more interesting is the idea of who will be the third Rave Master after Haru dies. Only time will tell. And that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out my other parts on TikTok, and don't forget to look me on Discord and X. And I'll see you all next time. Nita Rose out.